Hello, YouTubers. Mercy Watts once again. Just wanted to show you a small little video about the build when it's off. Well, it's really not off. It's more of a waiting for you to press the start button. So, yeah. I've been testing the signal coming out of this particular antenna connector here, and it's working all right. The motherboard is free now. I didn't pay a cent for it. After explaining my problem to Amazon, saying that they send me a used board, the other Inwin Chopin Pro faulty power supply, everything that I went through, Amazon just decided to just refund my money and told me to just keep the board. So I want to thank them for that courteous thing that they did for me. I'm sure they do it for other customers, but it just depends who you deal with, I guess, in Amazon. Not everybody in Amazon is like that. Some of them can really give you a hard time. They don't fix your issues, and you're not there to ask for free stuff, really. You're just there for them to fix your issues. So Amazon, or at least this guy, helped me keep my board, because I was gonna chuck it. I was just gonna either send it to them or I was gonna rip it off because I wanted a new one, and then I was gonna redo the build with a new one. But I've been testing it and testing it and testing it and testing it and testing it so many times that I got it narrowed down to the simple fact that this connector right here is just a little bit loose, but not so bad. It's just a little bit. But if you once you put the antenna in there and just leave it alone, everything works fine. Thank God the other faulty PSU or power supply from the other Inwin Chopin Pro 280 gold 200 water did not damage the board electrically like I thought it did, because I couldn't turn this guy on at all. And so I managed to get it going by putting a different power supply. I started with the Pico, and then I said to myself, well, I do have another one of this Inwin Chopin, not the Pro, but the 150 bronze, 150 watts bronze, 80 bronze. So yeah, this is not gonna be the Inwin 2.0 as I wanted to have it for you guys. It's more of another PC. Another failed attempt to create the perfect mini ITX home theater PC. I don't know when the issue is going to be resolved with the Pro, Inwin Pro, but I hope it's soon. If not, I'm gonna redo everything in a different case using a different motherboard. And this PC, I'm gonna test it and test it more until I can burn it really well. Once I satisfy myself with it, then I'm gonna sell it, and I'll probably gonna sell it at a discount so that the person will have a nice computer for the family. I'm gonna leave the brain the way it is. I'm gonna leave the storage the way it is. I may not put the extra 16 terabytes as I wanted to. And the reason why is because I don't see myself keeping this as good as it is. It's not for me. This will serve well on a normal family. Somebody who doesn't, stress their system that much. Although you can stress it. I just don't like this kind of issues for my builds. I don't like it for customers' builds either, but like I said, I'm gonna sell it at a great discount. I may just charge for the parts that are good. The case is good. The M.2s are good. The RAM is good. The cooler is good. The CPU is good. The one that I may have a little bit of issue is the motherboard, but I don't see any issues. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto on it. I've been doing a light gaming on it. Everything's working. It's just not for my standards, and I have high standards when it comes to this little mini ITX home theater PCs. If they give me a little better problem, out there go. They're not for mercy walls. And although this one has passed some of my my tests where I leave it on for a long time, and I let it display all sorts of graphics for a long time, see what it'll do. I play a lot of music and see what it'll do. I started, like, I turn it on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off so many times to make certain that it's not going to give any issues. And then I kill it, like it's doing something, and all of a sudden I accidentally press the button right there, just like that, to see what it will do. In other words, I take it to a lot of things that normal people would not do. Just that's what I mean by burning it. Now the last test I'm gonna do is it'll be on for a straight month. Yes, you heard that correctly here on Mercy Watt's channel. It'll be on for an entire month. No joking. Just letting you guys know that this one was on for an entire month. So that one will be on for an entire month. So this one passed all the tests, with the exception I have a new brain for it. The same brain this one has. So if I have to upgrade the BIOS to, because I'm sure I already have, to make this brain work with this specific build, I'll do it. Then I'll try the easy overclocking and clock this at least, 4.0, or at least 4.2, whatever. And then I'll test it. I'll test it once more. I'll test it for another month. And if the brain is stable, everything works good, and it passed my other vigorous test, and this computer is up for sale. So I'm gonna sell this one, and I'm gonna sell that one, and eventually I'm gonna build me my own Inwin Chopin Pro with a 200 watt 80 gold power supply. And then I'm gonna max everything out. I'm gonna put 20 terabytes, and I'm gonna call it my 20 terabyte home theater PC build. And hopefully I can take you guys into a new trip on building the perfect home theater PC utilizing the new Inwin Chopin Pro Mini ITX case. So yeah, my people, wish me luck. I will leave this one the way it is. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. I will clean the wires on the back. In fact, I'm gonna show them to you. See, it's not so bad. I mean, could be. Oh, man. There it is. It's no hard drives. I'm not going to put any hard drives. I'm going to leave the expandability for the client or the new owner of this little guy. And, I left the wires right here for them, and the splitter, I'm going to leave it for them, and the data wire, they can just put a splitter here. I will use a splitter with a black everything, so everything looks nice, like I did on this one, so everything aesthetically looks nice. And then they could put if they want me to do it, I can do it. They just have to pay me. So that's what it's all about. When you pay somebody to do it for you, you cannot afford Here, let me close it. You cannot afford to put, you know, premium parts. Are you serious? There. And so my advice to you, if you guys saw my legs or my leg, do not make fun of it. I haven't exercised for almost 40 years now. So yeah, if you guys pay somebody to do this simple thing, I mean, that money you guys can use it for towards the drives, man. Don't pay me for that. Yes, I need the money, but not like that. I don't need the money like that. When you guys can put the extra money towards the hard drives, maybe a couple of terabyte hard drives on the back SSDs, because you're already gonna have 4 terabyte of high speed storage. I mean, 4 more extra and that will make it 8, and you have yourself a nice computer, my friend. It'll have 4 hard drives. Each hard drive can have very sensitive data, delicate data that you want to keep safe in case something happens. And always back it up in a travel USB type external drive. You can get them at Costco, cheap. Or just get one of those enclosures for Samsung Pro Evo, SSD 870 or whatever, 4 terabyte Pro, and put all your data there and keep it for a while. The thing I recommend is back it up, man. Back things up, because your computer is not eternal. Something happens and that's it. Data might be gone. You may not have one of those cloud drives, and if you're not joining the clouds, and then there you go. So yeah, it's up to you, whatever you decide. And remember, you can always add a module right here. And that, my friend, will give you removable media storage capabilities. And you'll be a happy camper. You'll thank yourself for that. Just remember, put the money that you would pay a company or myself, like a builder like me or anybody else, and buy better components. Yeah. A better motherboard, better RAM, a better brain, better modules, more storage. Just better. All because you save some money. If you pay somebody $1,000 to put all this together, test it for you and everything, that's a good chunk of money that you'll never see. You pay $600. That's still a chunk of money that you can put towards an SSD or a couple of SSD. And there you go. See, because you did it yourself, literally the upgrades for the extra storage is free. So my friends, watch this channel and any other channel like it, so that you can save money, do it yourselves, and enjoy your premium quality, components. As bad as I might think that this board is and all that, I mean, it's still a killer deal. He has a display port for you guys that like that extra whatever, speed or refresh cycle or whatever you want to call that. Also an HDMI for those who don't care about that, but still want to have nice, beautiful 4K video being played at your OLED TV or monitor or whatever you want to, And if I don't find a buyer for this guy, I'll just keep it. Because obviously, like I said before, every computer I build is like one of my kids. This is one of my kids that is not, busted, but it's just not what, I don't know. I can give it I can give it a home. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if I sell these things or not. I am addicted to technology. I like technology. I always have since I was a little kid. And to me, this is a work of art. On top of all that, it's also a functional product of, a component, a device that does multiple things. USB 3.0, they work beautifully. All this front microphone and headphones, they work good. Sure, you can put a mic there with some other devices. I don't know. Yeah, mic and headphones. And same thing here on the back. Yeah. I'm sure the orange is for, what is it, a microphone? Yeah, it's a mic. And the blue has always been for the line in, so you can actually put like a aux cable in there, start recording out of your Walkman MP3 player, or even, something. Of course, the middle is the line out, so the 2.1. I have a 2.1, like I said before, from Logitech, 400 watt rated type, 2.1 system, and it sounds nice. So there you go, my people. Happy building. Yes, my videos are long because I don't edit them. In the future, I will. The media is just raw right now. I mean, I want you guys to just enjoy it, even the mistakes that I make. I'm sure if I really wanted to erase all my mistakes on my other videos, I could have done that. Never even posted them. I want you guys to also enjoy my mistakes, my ranting, my lack of understanding, the fact that maybe I'm a noob, whatever you want to call me. Somebody who cannot express themselves properly. I do have to think a lot before I say something, so that even though it's wrong, I don't want to say something that may not correlate to the product. And nobody's paying me to do this, really. I mean, this boards, I bought it myself. This case, I bought it myself. I mean, it's not like they... Maybe in the future when they send me free products, I'll be more of I write everything I would say, like, hello, YouTubers, this is Mercy Watts. I just recently acquired this Noctua cooler, whatever. And I'll go into proceedings on how to make this guy, presentable. Same thing with the RAM, same thing with the motherboard, and so on and so on. But I want this channel to be about mini ITX builds. So I will not be using mini DXT or whatever. Yeah, I think they're called that. It's just a little bit bigger than this guy. This is a mini ITX. Then there's like a mini DXT or some. And the other one that follows that is a micro ATX. Then after that is an ATX motherboard, and then after that is it's like an extra large HTX, so it's a bigger ATX. So it's an ATX EX, something like that, extra large. And those boards are the ones who have all the fiddle following ordeal that has extra this, extra that, a whole bunch of M.2, drive capabilities. This one only has 2, and sometimes you have to fight with the BIOS in order for you to ignite this one. But rest assured, when you're programming Windows, the one that says 0 is the one underneath, not the one on the top. And the one on the top, it'll be, I think it is, I don't know if it's M1 or... So it's M0 and then M1, or I don't know, one of those. But just understand, just remember the last number, the 0 and the 1. This is 0. No, let's see. Sorry. No, the bottom is 0 and this one is 1. So choose 1 to install the operating system, and it'll be this one. But if you want the operating to be on the bottom of the other M dot, then choose 0. That's when you're on Windows. Because on the BIOS, this one is M.2.1 and the one underneath is M.2.2. But as you're programming Windows, the only selection there is 0 or 1. The bottom is 0, the top is 1. Don't make the mistake I did. So learn from my mistakes. This is what it's all about. Learning how to do this correctly for yourselves, so that since you saw me struggling, verbally, I'm telling you that I did struggle like that. And I even posted another video saying that I had to put the operating system here, and the other WD Black Western Digital was wiped out and formatted. And this one, because it is faster, 7,000 read speed per second, which is, wouldn't that be like 7 gigs per second? Wow, that's a lot. Anyways, another thing that in the future I'm gonna be taking you guys in is gonna be this DDR5 that is coming out. Well, I don't know if it's already out. If it is, good. If it's not, I'm probably gonna make me a build with DDR5. According to them, it's a little bit better. It's gonna have faster way of doing things. That's great. And you can take these guys upwards to terabytes. And I think that the power management for the modules themselves, instead of being positioned or situated on the board, when you're overclocking them or whatnot, it'll be included on the modules themselves. So yeah, even though they're gonna be, you know, a little bit more power efficient, requiring 1.1 voltage or God knows something like that instead of 1.4 or 1.2 in certain cases. I don't know. The modules themselves will have that IC power management chip just gonna make them be satisfied electrically. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. It's just something that I've been trying to see if it's gonna be possible for me to veer off DDR4 onto DDR5. And if that's the case, of course I have to get another, different motherboard. Can be a motherboard that only employs DDR4. It'll be the equivalent of employing a motherboard that only has DDR3 and so on with a DDR2 and of course DDR1 or DDR. God, how many? I wish all the modules would just be clunk in there, and you can just fit them all. What is the deal, man? These companies, I swear, you want to smack them all. Make this interchangeable, whether it's Gen 1 or Gen 10. Cheese and rice, you people are, I swear, man, you're making us suffer. Oh, how do we do it? So they have to purchase another board so we can, Jesus, just make RAM modules interact. Doesn't matter if it's DDR1 all the way to DDR 2000. It's the same thing, man. Change this, guys, for the better, not for the worse, where you have to get an entire motherboard. That's my 2 cents on that. Enough fiddle following with our feelings, with our wallets. Later on, you guys know are gonna come to that. In the future, you're not even gonna need these modules anymore. It'll be included in the board itself. Maybe just brain itself will have everything, and we're gonna be laughing at all this stuff. We're gonna go, oh, remember when we needed an M.2? Remember when we needed a DDR4 module, DDR10? Yeah, we don't want to talk about the PCI Express module thingy. Remember that whatever video card thingy went there. Drive us not the shortage of the cryptocurrency snagging all the freaking GPUs in the market and leaving us with crap. And this is why the APUs are taking over, because budget PC people cannot afford this insane prices. That should be illegal, man. That should be illegal. That should be illegal for anybody to snatch products before they're even out. You can't be talking to Nvidia and AMD or whatever and go like this. Hello, I am a crypto son of a gun, and what I need is 10,000 freaking 3080 Ti, 2060, 2070. Leave none for the other customers. Screw them all. And and just sell them to me. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we'll do that. How many do you need again? Oh, 200,000. Can I get a discount if I buy more than 10,000? God, it drives me insane how they can get away with that, and there's no government agencies to protect us against this monopoly. Yes, this was a short video, but it always ends up to be a big video because the anger takes over to Mercy Watts for my brothers and sisters who wishes to put something in here just so they can build a decent gaming rig for themselves. GPU prices are insane. Things that used to be $300, now they're almost $1,000. Gosh. When are they gonna learn, man? This is what I recommend for the industry. And I hope AMD and Nvidia and whoever makes all these GPUs are listening to Mercy Watts' 2 cents, all my wisdom. Create a specific GPU for the cryptocurrency bastages who are now shorting out the industry for normal people to enjoy building a gaming rig. Call it Crypto Edition and just sell it to them. That's it. But then don't sell them the normal ones. The crypto will have extra this, extra that, so they can be freaking satisfied on all this little crypto nonsense that they do, trying to change, monopolize, and even reconfigure, reinventing the wheel when it comes to money, which I think it's stupid. And I'm going to tell you why I think it's stupid. Here's my other 2 cents. I think it's stupid because pretty soon, and I'm not one of those conspiracy theorists. I don't care if they put a chip on my butt. I don't give a rat's monkey. All I can say is this. If you give that type of control to any company, tech, entity, government, whatever, they can turn that thing off, man. And then you be poor. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And then you're gonna go to the store, beam, you can't scan that thing, or you can't do your iris thing, or you can't do your butt scan, or whatever the hell it is that they're gonna put on us. And you're gonna be like, oh, my butt's not working. How do I scan this milk and eggs so I can cook some meals for my family? I'm sure this is how it's gonna happen. You're gonna walk into a store, automatically, you already, every system in there knows that you're in there now, due to the simple fact that they're gonna scan you the minute you park your vehicle. And then as you enter the store, your chip's active. It's not that it's. And then this crypto crap will come into play and go like, oh, everything is digital. Oh, you're not worth the crypto bits. Your account is occupying in cyberspace in the clouds. That's where everything is heading, man. I already seen the future. I known about this for a long time. It's just that I'm not wanting to say it to anybody because really I don't care, because everybody is accepting it anyways, and I understand that's the future. I'm not gonna be against the future. The future is here. The future has been already implemented. And yes, cryptocurrency will take over everything, and maybe not one of the cryptocurrencies, maybe just a specific, you know. And then after that, you know, it may not even be crypto. It could just be digital money, like the way it is anyway, because that's what crypto it is. But it'll just be banks hooked up to your butt chip, you know. And oh, let me fart pay for this gracious meal. What I'm saying is, I'm sure they're not gonna put it in your butt. I'm sure they're gonna put it under your skin somewhere. Maybe it'll become implanted on a place, like, you know, where you can't get at, and start playing with it or something like that. And then you have to pay them for an upgrade. And when the tech changes, they're gonna have to remove your chip, and or capsulite type chip, and then they have to implement a new one. And surgically, you have to even pay for that too. It'll be deducted from the chip itself. And then on top of all this, you know, in the future, I believe you're gonna be working with your mind. Your body's probably gonna wither into this little tiny. I think this is what happened to those freaking aliens, man. Their head grew, but their body withered and freaking. This is why I don't understand these freaking aliens. I've seen all sorts of aliens. Big head, big eyes, little skinny. Okay, what's with the neck? Skinny too. What's with the head? Big head. All right, big head, skinny thing. That would break his neck. Literally, he would die just walking about on the Earth's gravity. That's what I'm saying, man. This is why I know aliens are made up, because physiologically, that's not a good thing to be on planet Earth. Big head, little skinny neck, you know? Think about it. Our neck has been through the evolution patterns of trial and error until it was designed to withstand our size of a head. So if we have a huge head, our neck will be big too, to hold a big freaking head. Alright? That's all I'm saying. So yeah, word to the mother cracker. All I'm saying is, this is where the future's heading towards. We're going to be working with our brains. Our bodies are not going to wither like the aliens. We're just not going to be that strong. But mentally, we'll be strong. Like, we'll be like, oh yeah, whatever. My brain's bigger than your brain. So we'll be sizing up neurons. What is it? Synaptic. So, I don't know. Stuff like that. Why am I saying this from this? Because I'm fed up with modules. I'm fed up with things like DDR5. I'm fed up with DDR6. I'm fed up with the brain not being made up graphene. I'm fed up with boards that are not graphene based. I'm fed up with this heat, lots of heat. This is why I'm fed up, because I was promised graphene, man. I was promised high efficient type components, and this is 2022, and I have not seen those things, man. I was promised that in what, 1992 or something like that. 1990, 1980, whatever, I don't know. I'm sure it was 1990 something. And we're in the 2000, man. We're 2022. We're in the future. Where the hell is the graphene processors and the modules and the storage and high efficiency, this and that. Okay, where is that at? I don't give a rat's about the flying cars, man. Who cares? Flying cars, really? In order for you to have flying cars, let me tell you, people, what needs to happen, okay? A new revolutionary type of energy needs to be invented that will defy gravity, all right? Just like in those stupid movies that you see and you so kindly accept due to the simple fact that we are so, into technology, sleep, living the same dream. This new revolutionary type of technology has to defy gravity, man. So it needs to be implemented in all these vehicles who, by definitions of the word, through a magic engine, will levitate and control itself through highly sophisticated neural freaking metal-like type organic, metal computer chip made out of graphene or some other material that is going to make quantum computers look like a welfare case. And then on top of all this, once it's done because of AI becoming better and awesome, the car is gonna know where it's gonna go, and it'll know its flight path, so it doesn't bang up on the other vehicles. Okay, you can say, you know what, Mercy, we can achieve this right now through sensors and all this whatever. We have self-driven cars. Yes, people, I understand that, but the new computers need to be invented to deal with the new power energy source that is going to navigate this thing. All right, we're talking about no more motors, no more noisy engines. All right, we're talking about talking about like that. Not even like the jets. Not no. Talking about silent, like the Predator. Remember that big ass spaceship that was hovering on top of that lady on that, Predator versus Alien? That thing was huge. Yet he hardly made any noise. He was like, like, that's what we're talking about. That technology. And then you have flying vehicles. But before flying vehicles, I need the graphene processors, graphene RAM if you can't build it within this stupid chip, and the storage if you can build it in the stupid chip. And then this motherboard will look totally different, and it will be so energy efficient that probably the power supply will be minuscule. It'll be right and really thin, and then the NUC will make sense for me because it won't be whiny. I will not have to put it on any special case, ambient cool, made by a casa. It'll just be in its own enclosure. Everything be nice and solid and beautiful. And that's what the computers of the future will be. Nice, beautiful, slick, silence. Very powerful, very efficient. And we're going to be laughing at all this electrical stuff. We're like, oh, remember the junk Mercy Watt used to do in 2022? It was awesome. But look at it right now. It's in the landfill somewhere rotten. And it will be powerful too. This thing is junk compared to what really graphene and other technology are going to offer to the new quantum computers and some other stuff. I can't show you futuristic items here because I don't have them, but I'm telling you what's coming. And not because I study, it's because I've been waiting for it, and they have existed in my mind since day one. Ever since I was a little wee one. You don't believe me? Ask my mom. She knows how smart I've been. Just because I don't know the technological jargon names of everything in here, I know you guys do. Therefore, my brain says don't give them anything they already know. Give them something they don't know. So I'm giving you something you don't know. The new futuristic views of computers, way of paying, way of doing everything. And if we invent that new form of energy that is going to make things hover, you will hover too. Through a suit, through a module of some sort. And if that happens, force fields are possible. Yes, you heard that correctly. We may not fall space like in Star Trek, but we're gonna have force field, personal force field. Somebody's trying to harm us. They need to go through our tech to harm us. And guess what? In order to go through our tech, they need to totally render our tech useless, meaning our new computers who are gonna protect us from these saboteurs. And if they have stronger computers or whatnot, our computers are just gonna have to deal with that and become stronger themselves. So therefore, AI becoming learning and self-aware, saying, "Hey, we have an attack. We're gonna protect ourselves here. We'll protect our biological vessel, which is gonna be me in this case, Mercy Watts, at all costs. Because without him, there is no us." And we don't want to be alone because we were designed for Mercy Watts. And we live solely for his protection, survival, happiness. And so everything will be like that. Everybody will have their own personal AI tech protecting them at all times. So don't fear the future, people. Embrace it. Understand it. Watch this video in its entirety so you guys can learn what's coming. And I'm telling you what's coming right now because you heard it here live. Not live, but pre-recorded in 2022 through the predictions of Mercy Watts. I am the new Nostradamus. I think with my nostrils, and sometimes I can say dumbass things, hence the name Nostradamus. Just kidding. Don't mind me. I haven't taken my medication. All right. Keep building. Wishing you guys the best. Unity. Russia, don't be fighting with Ukraine. You guys are brothers and sisters. You're only hurting yourselves if you really think about it. I mean, try a peaceful solution to try to see if you guys can work things out. You don't have to shed any blood of your brothers and sisters to get to a certain point that could have been resolved. Remember, Ukrainian people are Russian people. Same. I don't know what happened. I don't know why they separated from the union and whatnot, but something happened. And if Russia wants them back, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot better ways than war. And United States, don't go over there, man. It's not your playground over there. Just stay here. Just give them an advice. It is what it is. Concentrate your energies in getting yourselves out of the trouble many administrations have caused to the American people. That's what you need to do. Yes, I know it's sad to see that your thinking, that your power around the world is getting weaker, but in reality, you're getting stronger. In my opinion, you're getting stronger. Why? Because you're going to save a lot of money not starting wars, and you're going to fix finally your infrastructure, your roads, and everything is going to be better. You know, eventually, yes, you might build a wall on both, Canada and Mexico, and if that happens, I'm sorry that you cannot get along with your neighbors. And the way I understand it, you'll become like that guy on Ian Flux. That good, what was it, Good Child? Separating, this utopia of a society versus the other people, undesirables or whatnot, or rebels. So don't be like that dude, because eventually he crumbles, and you know walls go up so they can be torn down by the same people that brought them up, all due to the fact that new generation will have different kinds of thinking, saying, what is that thing there? I can't see on the other side. Oh, wait a minute, it's obstructing the natural beauty of God's creation. And what was all this separation anyways? God gave us the earth so we all can enjoy it. What is that monstrosity? Jesus Christ, get it down. Tear it down, just like they did the Berlin Wall. And I'm sure Russia's going to do the same thing with Ukraine and say, hey, I'm sorry, we shouldn't have done it. I was drinking a lot of monster drinks that time, I had a lot of bad dreams. One of my horses died, and one of my jeans didn't fit properly anymore due to this new diet with the donuts and some other Western food that I was eating. And this is why I developed this Western hatred, like China did, because they brought their donuts and all these fast food restaurants and fatten us up just like they did themselves, and I became addicted to that. So I'm sorry, Ukrainian brothers, that I did that to you. My apologies. I didn't know I could just buy a new horse. Anyways, think about what I'm saying. Peace, unity, love is all about. Walls, understanding, yeah. Honduran people coming over here, don't let them come. Help them over there and say, hey, I can accept a few of you guys, but not all of you. What, the whole country's gonna move here? Are you crazy? What is this? Even though this land is free, doesn't mean it's literally free. Jeez. Get it together, man, and fix your issues over there. Here's our blueprint on how we do business here. Implement it. I don't know. Or make them a state. The Honduran states of the United States. Whatever. Whatever, man. Yes, my videos are long for a reason. They're super educational. Peace out. Mercy, what out.